Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show. This is a cheat segment. I am recording this as a lead-in to a standard Saturday show that is going to now air through the audio platforms, 25 plus, of Constitutionalist Podcasts. What was formerly a CTP video exclusive that I feel needs to go out as a regular show. So bear that in mind when recorded. It was a video exclusive. The dates, it could be from a month ago. It could be from a couple months ago. Bear that in mind when you hear things regarding time frames. It may be from a while ago. Particular references may be a little dated. And this segment of cheat, right? I'm recording it. I'll be using it with several video exclusives turned Saturday episodes. Without further ado, let's get on with the show! Okay, this is going to be a bit of an odd show, and yeah, I know, how many times have I said that? And the title of this video exclusive recording today is Friday, May the 1st, 2026. Welcome to Commie Day, May Day, same thing. I am calling this Mediocre Days, but first, I want to touch on a couple other things. May Day. Reports out of Moscow. May Day celebrations muted. Not a whole bunch of missiles and tanks and personnel carriers and troops wandering through the streets of Moscow today. Why? Because Putin is worried. He needs to put on a big display to show, hey, I'm winning this war in Ukraine, but at the same time, I can't put on this big display because Ukraine could do another deep within Russian drone attack and attack his troops live there on May Day. So he's got to scale that back, which is a loss for him. So anyway, but it's rather funny. Yeah, the great display of force, and I'm going to rebuild the Soviet Empire even beyond just expansion into Ukraine, belied by his scaled back May Day. But could you imagine? You can make excuses why I scaled it back, as opposed to not scaling it back and having it all blown up by the Ukrainians. Bigger propaganda loss than just the scaled back version. And the other thing I was going to throw in first, I did see the movie Michael a while ago. I'm going to do a full review with Rick Walker on Maverick News coming soon. So I don't want to say much about that other than I give it a B, and I've done a 180 from where I was before the movie. I thought, exploitation, ride his coattails, make some money off of Michael Jackson now that he's gone. And that may be true. It may indeed be purely exploitive. I don't know the motivations and reasonings, but now I'm to the point where I don't care. And condemn not lest ye be condemned, more to Matthew 7 than the first 7 words. That's between them and God. God will judge them for whatever. But as for me, it may be exploitive. I don't care at this point, in that I say it's an important film. I just posted on it earlier again today on social media. Yeah, some negative aspects in his life. But if we could focus on, and in the post, I attached his Human Nature song. And that to me is the most important part of the takeaway of the movie and why it is needed. So I don't care the reasoning. The fact that it's out can be helpful. And trying to focus on the parts of Michael's life where he wanted to bring joy and make the world a better place. We need more of that thought now. So I'm just going to leave it at that. If it can be a positive movie for a time when it could be needed now, but Mediocre Days. Fifth book in my Life and Living series of books. tinyurl.com/Life and Living series. The fifth book will drop in May of 2026, coming soon. But I want to leap back to the third book in the series, The Book of Kennedy Project Carpe Diem. One of the points and themes in there, and I have a Suno song, tinyurl.com/JLD on Suno. Kennedy stares at the ceiling. There's actually 4 versions of the song. I think the most popular is the unplugged acoustic version. Kennedy stares at the ceiling. Is life just a collection of mediocre days with some good ones thrown in? In the book, it says it. In the song, it says it. And the reality is, I screwed up the start. I was going to say, today's a meh day for me. And you know what? A meh day is MEH, right? Meh, like the Emoji Movie. Those are okay. The reality is, yes, for most people, most days are mediocre days. And we hope for better. We live for those really up good days. But the issue is, what do we do on these mediocre days? What are we doing to try to make them a little better for ourselves and others? And the point, as in all the Life and Living series of books, little things matter and add up. Smiles and whatnot. What are we doing to make our day a little, and someone else's day, a little brighter as we all go through these mediocre days? A analogy. Came up with this in the car. The genesis of this whole episode. A French fry and another French fry and another French fry, not very filling. But you get enough of them, you've got a good side. You've got a nice part of the meal. You've got something you can enjoy. I forgot what else I was going to say. You can savor the flavor of that as part of the meal, right? As an analogy, you might not think it much, but yeah, pun intended there. I'm kind of tongue-in-cheek and being a little silly with my language here, but that's a very important, serious point. The little things adding up. A few fries as part of an overall meal makes the meal, and you can savor the flavor. 1 or 2, again, you're not going to be fulfilled, but get enough of them in, it can make for less of a mediocre day. And that's true of smiles and jokes and laughs and whatnot. Little things to make the mediocre days better for yourself as well as others. So not the best of analogies, a bit tongue-in-cheek, but a very serious subpoint. So yes, the reality is life a set of mediocre days? For most, yes, that is true. And that's not, I don't know what word I want to, it's not, I don't know what word I want here, but it's not entirely bad. I don't want to say it's not an absence of what your life should be all the time or could be all the time. And again, we hope for more. And it's great when you can have a succession of a bunch of good days, like when from work you afford a week's vacation and you go away and for 5 days you're running, I'm sightseeing this day, I'm doing this the next day, I'm lounging by the pool that day. But yes, sorry. Unfortunate reality is life is generally a set of mediocre days. And that's just the reality we have to live with. What can we do on those mundane, mediocre days? Because most of our days are mundane and mediocre, does not mean the sum total of your life is mundane and mediocre, is kind of the point I was trying to get to here. So let me grab the book again for the behind the scenes, the video exclusive. The Book of Kennedy, Project Carpe Diem, tinyurl.com/life and living series, or Kennedy Stares at the Ceiling, the 4 versions, tinyurl.com/JLD on Suno. So today's kind of meh for me. And you know what? I'm okay with that. That's learn to be okay with that. Understand and accept that's life and living. That's reality, as opposed to some delusional TV series trying to say, oh, your life could be exciting every minute of every day. That's not realistic for the majority of the 8 billion people on this planet. So that's it. I just felt it important, and I came up with that lame, silly fry analogy I really wanted to be able to work in with you. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all.
Elevate your music with our production services for indie artists. We also create engaging book trailers. Reach out for a quote.
Life isn't a straight line. It twists, it soars, it drops without warning. But it's in those heart-pounding moments, the climbs and the falls, that we discover who we truly are. Roller Coasters, The Life Kind, a book by Joseph M. Leonard, available now on Amazon.
Empty glass on the table, your side of the bed so cold. I yelled, I screamed, I was able to promise our hearts together would grow old. Now silence screams in my head, every word I wish unsaid. touch, but still put you through hell. Roller coaster tears falling down my face, fighting all my fears, lost in this lonely space. Roller coaster tears, never again to embrace. Roller coaster tears, a love I can't replace. The doorbell rang late that night, a siren's wail, a flashing light. My world went dark, no sun, no bright, just endless wrong, no end in sight. My anger burned my foolish pride, nowhere left for me to hide. I long to kiss your sweet lips, lost, gone through my fingers, slipped. Roller coaster tears falling down my face, fighting all my fears, lost in this lonely space. Roller coaster tears, you're gone, no trace. Roller coaster tears, a love I can't replace. I pledged undying love till dusk, but alas, I was never worthy of your trust. Now these nightmares won't let me be. I was blind, I could not see. Roller coaster tears falling down my face, fighting all my fears, lost in this lonely space. Roller coaster tears, you're gone, no trace. Roller coaster tears, a love I can't replace. The story is over, but yet again I have to live on, keep your legacy alive, my love, my friend. Roller coaster tears falling down my face, fighting all my fears, lost in this lonely space. Roller coaster tears, you're gone, no trace. A love I can't replace. If only one last time I could see your face. Stared at the ceiling, coffee gone cold in her hand. All these Tuesdays bleeding together like cheap ink on the back of her plans. She said, I thought there'd be thunder, some sign when my moment began. But the mail still comes and the dish is still dry, and the clock just ticks where it stands. Are we just mediocre days with a few bright minutes stitched inside? Laughing in a car park in the rain, then back to traffic lights and tired eyes. If every breath is meant to mean more than a box to tick, a line to sign, teach me how to see the sacred in the middle of an ordinary life. She watched a kid chase a pigeon, trip, then burst into grins. Mother's hands trembling slightly, like she'd almost lost the whole world again. She thought, maybe this is the movie, not the part where the credits roll by. Just two plastic bags in a grocery cart and a quiet thank you at the end of the line. Are we just mediocre days with a few bright minutes stitched inside? Burned toast bills and broken plates, then one small hand reaching for mine. If every breath is meant to mean more than a box to tick, a line to sign, teach me how to see the sacred in the middle of an ordinary life. Maybe the point was the waiting, the slow burn, the stop and go ride, the jokes that fall flat, the nights coming back just to sit on the edge of the sky. Are we just mediocre days with a few bright minutes stitched inside? Or are the cracks in everything where that quiet, holy light arrives? If every breath is meant to mean more than a box to tick, a line to sign, then every small, forgettable moment was the story the whole time.
Elevate your music with our production services for indie artists. We also create engaging book trailers. Reach out for a quote.
Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist Podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.